Jeff, and new at 8 tonight, there may be no BART strike right now, but the fact is, if you have driven over the Bay Bridge in the past, you have helped to pay for reserving charter buses that are not being used. KRON 4's J.R. Stone breaks down the cost of these buses, which would be used in place of BART.
Charter buses like the ones used in the past BART strike have been on standby Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday this week. While they have not been used, money is being spent on them. Let me say that again. Money is being spent for charter buses that aren't being used. Those with the MTC compare it to an insurance policy. The good news:
we already know some of the contracts only require us to pay about 25% of what the cost would be if there was a strike. Some of them forgive us for that amount of money.
The bad news?
Each night we have to cancel them. Some of them want 100% of that down payment. They want us to honor that.
Since BART has not gone on strike, they aren't paying. The Metropolitan Transportation Commission is paying. They've already approved $1.5 million to be used on these buses, which aren't currently operating. The MTC says that portion of the money comes from Bay Area bridges, mainly the Bay Bridge. So a very small portion of the $4, $5, or $6 you've spent is likely going to buses that aren't being used. BART officials were unable to provide us with an exact figure per day. They do say in a worst-case scenario where every bus vendor charged full price on the bus reservation, that would mean they'd be paying $200 grand a day for unused buses. That is certainly the high-end estimate. The low-end estimate would be in the thousands. Nevertheless, BART says they've requested $900 grand from the MTC to reserve buses for a week. They were granted $1.5 million. More money for more buses. Now, it is important to note that part of the MTC's budget goes towards BART every year, but this money, Catherine, was not originally earmarked to go towards BART.
Okay, so what would they use the money for, if not earmarked for that? For what?
Well, this is money that would have been from the capital program, and those from the MTC tell me that that's a capital program that has hundreds of millions of dollars. So it could have been used for a number of things. However, it could have been used for things like upgrades to BART stations and things of that nature that people look at oftentimes.
Yeah, and people probably didn't even realize that was happening.
Certainly so.